My name is Laura McClellan, and I'm honored to serve as the Deputy Director of the Division of Arkansas Heritage, as well as Interim Director of the Old State House Museum. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the grounds of the Old State House Museum as we gather to celebrate 250 years of American independence and 190 years of Arkansas statehood. As caretakers of this historic building and these beautiful grounds, we are constantly reminded of the extraordinary moments that have unfolded right here, moments that help shape the direction of our state and define our shared heritage. This building, as the original capital of the state, is where a new story of Arkansas began, and it remains a place where those stories live on through tours, exhibits, and events like today's celebration. Today, we honor not only the past 190 years, but also the people and communities who continue to carry Arkansas forward. I want to extend my gratitude to our partners, our dedicated staff, and the many volunteers whose hard work and passion made today's celebration possible. And now it is my pleasure to welcome our Arkansas Heritage Director, Mr. Marty Ryle, who will share some of the rich history and significant events that have taken place on these grounds over the years. Please join.
Nowadays, this building was not seen as a historic structure. It was just another state asset or another state building. And there were efforts to sell this building as early as 1901. But a group of women stepped in and began their crusade to preserve and protect this important building. Among them, of course, was the Daughters of the American Revolution. We have Kathy Bachman here with us today, who is the chair, and many representatives of their organization. They've been instrumental through the years of preserving this building and seeing to its restoration and even saving it back in the day. Other clubs also joined in: the Daughters of the Daughters of the Confederacy, the Daughters of the War of 1812, and they all played significant roles. In fact, it was the president of the Daughters of 1812 that was quoted as saying, "It is up to the women of Arkansas to save the building." Today is the oldest standing state capitol building west of the Mississippi River. Events here helped shape the state, the nation, and impacted the world. At Arkansas Heritage and the Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, we're the current custodians of this magnificent building, and it's a responsibility and an honor that we take very seriously. We're also very fortunate to have a governor who shares our passion for Arkansas, its heritage, and this historic treasure. Her commitment to telling Arkansas' story to the world and cherishing our rich state heritage is second to none. She, too, has already made history as Arkansas's first female governor. We're honored to have her with us here today. Please join me in welcoming Governor Sanders.
Thank you, Governor Sanders.
Has everyone gotten used to saying semi-quincentennial now? It took me a little bit of practice, but we've gotten good at it. One of these initiatives is the placement of 11 historical markers at historically significant locations across the state. As we've placed these signs from Arkansas Post, where a Revolutionary War skirmish took place in the state of Arkansas, to locations in Rogers, Arkansas, home of the first Walmart just a couple of weeks ago, we have seen a tremendous response for the communities in and around these markers, and the responsive work of our commission has been so proud of that. We do have some commissioners here today. Dr. David Ware's back here, Mayor McCormick, Judge James is here as well. Am I missing any others that I haven't seen? But thank you for your service to our state. And the governor assembled such a great team that is working together on all of these initiatives celebrating the 250th year of our nation. Arkansas has had a long tradition of using historical markers to highlight important historical milestones. In fact, the earliest Arkansas historical markers were placed in 1936 during the state's centennial celebration, and that's why this tradition continues today. As we've traveled the state, we've seen these signs out there, and Marty and I even encountered one from the centennial a few months ago as well. One of our agencies, the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program, manages our Arkansas Historic Marker Program. Created in 2017, this marker program has to date placed 52 markers across our state. Consequently, the Commission has worked closely with them to choose sites and design this year's 250 markers. Each marker features a custom design like the one you'll see today. We have 4 markers left that'll be placed in late summer, early fall. One will honor Chief Saracen and the Quapaw Nation, Crater of Diamonds State Park, Louisiana Purchase, and Petit Jean State Park. But before we unveil the marker today, I want to encourage y'all to take the opportunity to see and visit the Arkansas 250 exhibit inside the museum before you leave today. Multiple agencies across our department worked really hard to create the Before Us, Beyond Us exhibit. It's done really, really well and has received a lot of notoriety across the state and in the region. It showcases artifacts spanning 250 years of Arkansas history. So make sure you take a chance to see that today. Well, without further ado, I think it's time to unveil this marker.